So now from that is now where you now next stage Daystar. Tell us about Daystar.
Daystar for me was
Tell me you first wrote another album because
yes, I did. Funny enough, I did.
You seem to be that person who is.
But now, actually, what happened is
start from Daystar now.
Daystar on my first year, that was 2002, was when we discovered RK. So RK was working. I don't know how we got him. Anyway, we just got him. He was so expensive. Our song was 5K.
You used to do albums for 5K.
It was so expensive. And so what I did is my first semester and second semester of campus, I was on studio every week. And so
with RK?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, so I'd be cashiering. So people would be like, oh, we totally admire your seriousness. I'm like, which seriousness? But later on, I look at it, I used to cashier in studio. I used to have to wait for other people to be recorded so that, we can record. Yeah. That time, RK was working in a kanyumba.
Saiba?
Not a Saiba. Oh. It was, what do you call the container? Yeah.
Where was it?
Talia's dad is called who?
Oyando. Oyando.
The dad.
No, the dad is called Morris.
Yes. His house.
Next level.
Yes.
Yes.
That's where he was. So we used to work there. I really thank God for RK because he shaped. I really wanted to sing English songs because I think that was what I was exposed to. That's what I admired. The CC Winans, the one. But he was like, you need to sing songs to reach the people of Kenya, which made sense to my dad because he wanted me to sing traditional songs. So actually the funny thing is I did many songs, but the song that did well was Amo Komete, which I hated. I hated that song. I was like, Amo what? My mom would keep saying, Mommy, you have to sing that song because in your whole album, that is the only song. I'm like, I would be so angry at that, but eventually I accepted that was a song.
Okay, tell us about that song because that was also your first video, was it?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was very expensive.
Who produced the song? Tell us about the process of recording.
Okay, the first part of Amukometa was done by Helen.
It was huge.
It was because that's when radios now had started chipuka. There was now along the way there was Kiss, there was Hope FM. So
families there.
Yeah, family. I don't think they were playing our songs. So
Leo Meskia.
And that's not a good thing to this day. So
okay, so you're telling us about the song.
So then Amukometa did very well, which was amazing for me.
You said the first bit in the beginning, who sang it?
Helen Tawali.
And who produced the song?
RK.
Okay.
RK did everything for for a long time.
This is the Daystar album now.
Yes, it was. It was the first. That was 2002. I was 18, and so yeah, it was a good album.
What's the name of it?
It was called Twendo Waku. I was so excited about Twendo Waku. I was so like, this is a song, and another one. Hey, Baba, nisamehe at the time, but those are not the songs that did well. It just amazes me how sometimes you think this will do well, this is the hit song, then the one that is the least. The stone the builders rejected becomes the cornerstone. It's amazing, and I think it's been that way even with the other songs in my career.
So, who decides that we need to shoot the video for this, or who even decide let's release this song to radio? Because you're saying it's not a song you liked.
Yeah.
So how did it end up being your first?
I think it's encouraging when people like something. So that was the only song that seemed to be opening doors for me.
Oh, because people were buying albums.
Yeah. That time it was tapes and CDs had started to come in. Yeah, so that was the only song. And so we were like, things seem to have changed. There are now shows on TV. There was, I think Stomp, I don't know, but there were shows now on TV that were playing gospel music. And so we're like, we need to do a video so that we are heard, we're seen and heard. And so there's actually an article someone wrote, heard but not seen, something like that. And so we were like, okay, let's do a video. And so basically that, and I feel like that was the beginning. That was when shows were starting to happen in Nairobi. The Daddy Owens had started Kuchipuka, the Gospel Fathers, and others, and SK Blue. But I was very introverted. I mean, it was a disease. I still am, but I'm better. But I was very, very
closed.
Yes, and for me to really come out was like was hard for me. Like I'd look at people like Daddy Owen and think, my God, what's wrong with these people? Because they seemed to be very Nairobi-ish.
Nairobi-ish.
And I think, when you come from shag, sometimes you tend to be a bit more self-righteous. And so I would feel like these guys are not serious, in a way. But along the way, I realized, I'm the one who does not understand who they really are. But I opened up with time. I think more and more in Daystar, Nilishanoka. But I didn't like the way people would be joking around, with godly stuff. And but that was who I am. Yeah. That was who I was. I'm Shamba and, thinking the way I was thinking. But...
so what happens now when this song... You see, you've got these 2 albums, but now you're...
Now I have 3, eh?
I mean, you have 3 albums. Now you've got your 3rd album. First of all, you're in Daystar. But secondly, you've got a video. And a video means that people can put a face to your voice. Now fame is there. I mean, even
in school.
Yeah, like...
So they would be laughing at how I dress. Because I remember there was a time I was singing in chapel. I was singing really well. And people now tell me later how, you look like there was nothing. You sing so well, but you look like...
straight out of Gishage.
Exactly. And sometimes it's because you don't have the money, or it's because, and you actually came to campus. You Esther. Where would you Barbie?
Hey, this is your interview.
Hi. I still remember. I wouldn't even greet someone like you, because I never felt like, we are on the same, yeah.
So you had low self-esteem?
Yes, I think I did, which I had to, of course, work on as I grew up. But as you grow older, you realize. Yeah. And also, I also realized that being an introvert has worked for my good. Because being an introvert and conservative worked for my good, because I was able to stay away from a lot of the things that have destroyed girls in ministry. I was very anti-scene, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I hated anything that's not godly. Any secular music, any dressing in short clothes. I'm like, it kind of helped me to stay out of the things that have brought down many girls, which I thank God for, And it's not because I was anything, but it's totally by the grace of God that I was able to be kept away from that.
So when you're in Daystar, what are you studying?
I was studying education. I wasn't serious. I just had to do a degree. I feel it was good because I got more education. There were other courses. I was doing education. I did for 5 years. Yeah. I never became a teacher.
But you were like, I'm going. Did you know that you're going to do music after that?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no, but I wanted to be free. So after campus, I got a job, and I said, no. I can't, yeah. And so I said, I'm going to do this. This is 2007. So I did another album, which was Nataka Kukana Wewe.
Milele.
Yes. Still working with RK. RK was awesome. He was really...
That was 2007?
Yeah.
That song was huge.
It was huge in 2008.
Okay. Yeah. 2007, you do the album. So, okay, let's talk about... Because now RK has... In fact, let's be honest. You are the people who gave RK his name.
Esther Wahome.
Kuna dawa? Okay, yes, I mean, definitely. Okay, fine. Okay.
John. There were many others.
Yeah, but accept it. You are one of them. Watch this low self-esteem with me.
No, it is not it is humility, modesty. But yes,
because I'm in the scene now, and I remember, in fact, I'm so shocked that you had 3 albums before. I didn't know that I'm okay. Yeah. Milele, for me, was just noisy. Okay, but let's talk about working. I want you to take time. Talk about working with RK. How was he in the studio? Let's talk about working on this other album. You worked with it in 2007?
Yeah, we did 2007.
Is it before or after Zaidi ya Muziki?
After Diwambao.
Yeah.
Along the time, of course, with the trends and the kind of music was becoming more modern and everything. I was also modern, come to think of it, looking at it now. And so...
when you'd leave Daystar, would you go back to Shags? Or now you moved to Nairobi?
We moved to Nairobi.
At this time?
We moved to Nairobi, which was good for my music because I was able to go into different places. Then there were concerts or crusades, which were good exposure for me. You would meet the Daddy Owens, the whole, the Zaidi ya Muziki. And
so now you decide, I'm going for my 4th album. 4th, yani 2007, and you're talking about your 4th album.
Yeah, 4th.
You're the definition of legend.
Yeah, I was serious. I think I was serious with it. So,
okay, so now
working with RK, what do I say? Was
how did he stretch you? How did he grow you? Now you're talking about the sound is changing. I'm okay to this. It's very different.
But you must know that even in the albums before, and even the one in high school and in after high school, I was, what do I say? I loved the modern sound, but RK felt like that person who understood me. He was who understood me musically and challenged me also to play a Kenyan sound. Because there's that scripture of if you become different things to different people so that you may win some. So that was when totally I understood that I need to sing, Kenyan music that makes sense to a Kenyan. RK was awesome. He stretched me vocally every way. And I think he also gave me some sort of confidence in who I was.
Yeah.
He accepted me the way I was, which was good for me. It opened my eyes to so many things.
Yeah. Yani, you've explained to me something that me, I was Babs. I wouldn't lie, I was Barbie. But when I would hear you sing, I would resonate with the way you would sing, especially when the band is playing and you're doing live. You'd lead worship in the very English Babs way. But the rest of K-Crew, the people who were in that thing, were not per se Babs. So I'm beginning to understand all throughout your influence, that's who you wanted to be. The Black American kind of gospel. It's RK who then switched you into...
Yeah.
So tell us about Milele then.
Milele was a song that I was depressed after recording. I don't know, but I think for me, I realized when something is your normal, you don't feel like you've done anything special. Because there are many times I'll come out of studio and I'm unhappy. I'm totally depressed about the job that I've done. But amazing enough, that's a song that people relate to. I think there's always a standard I've set so high in my head that I feel like we need to push harder. We need to do this more. But as I get older, I've realized you need to relax and do what you can. And if you feel you're not able to, there will be a next time. Yeah. So
are you the one who wrote Milele?
Yes, I wrote Milele.
What inspired that song?
how the world can be cruel. Milena came from, when you grow up is when you start to realize, the world is not what you thought. I was always this girl who lived in a perfect world, perfect, environment, godly and everything. And so now you're starting to meet people and you realize people are different and they're not the way you see them.
They're nasty.
They're nasty. And my parents kept telling me, you're naive. I was naive. I was, perfect, living in a whole love you world. And so the thing, I think then was the discovery of, I left home then, and the discovery of the real world. And Milena was that song that was saying there's a place that I can go to, that was the basis. There's a secret place I can run to where I'm safe in the shadow of God's wings. Mm-hmm. And so Milena was just that song for me at the time.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. So, you say Milena blows up in 2008. And I remember that. And the reason why I remember is because Groove Awards came back.
Yeah.
And
I was the winner.
I was in Kijiji Records.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy who won Male Artist of the Year got a TV.
Okay.
Kanji Mbogwa.
Yes.
And the lady who won...
I got two TVs. Hey.
Yeah.
See, people were mad. Then that time is when the big
you won
TVs.
The Groove Award
for female artist.
And the overall artist, the 2000.
Oh yeah, I did. I think it was artist and song.
Song of the year.
Yeah, song of the year.
And song is this Milena?
Is this Milena song? It was shocking for me because I didn't expect it. Because that day, I was just so not there. I was just, I was shocked. But I really thank God it opened quite a lot for me. But at the time, I think financially things hadn't opened up for me. So,
so you have this hit song.
Yeah.
You are the artist of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a video.
Oh, you don't have a video?
I didn't have a video.
When you're winning, it was just audio.
Yes.
Wow.
And so it was.
Some times I've changed.
Yeah. No. It's called favor.
No, I agree.
Yeah, because I totally think God does amazing things. God does amazing things that totally, amaze me. Because many times you try to use logic on our lives, but God totally blows your mind with what He can do. So winning Groove in 2008, I think, opened me to many people coming around me and all.
How did that feel first and foremost? Because
it was shocking. I never liked the spotlight. That's the amazing thing. I quite didn't like the spotlight. Now it was on me and I'm like, how do I handle it? I'm 23, I'm like, it's too much. I don't understand it. But looking at it right now, of course, then I got married. Mm-hmm. And then...
were you dating at that time?
Yes, we were.
Oh, okay. So he was a Groove. He was like, TV Billy.
One for my mother,
He's
one
like,
for
this
me.
Is the one.
Yeah, it was really good. And phones and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think for me, after that, I realized you can be around so many people. I think that's the main thing I keep saying all the time. You can be around so many people. People can be around you that totally make you feel like you're not important. I think what I learned then was, how do I say it? I'm trying to look for the English words.
Atasema kwa Swahili basi. Say it the way it will come out.
Can you imagine at the time when I won the award, the 2008, that's when I felt the lowest. That's the weirdest thing. That's when I realized I got into sort of like depression. That's weird. I don't even understand it to this day. Maybe I was under attack or something, but there were people around me who were telling me, you're not good enough. You're not interesting.
People around you were telling you that you're not good enough.
Oh yeah, you know, there are people who come all of a sudden now when you've won, and now
you need to change this. You need to change this.
You need to be this on stage. You need to be this, and in a way, it affected who I was. And actually, it was the people closest to me, not family, but people who I don't want to mention names.
Yeah.
And so it made me realize that the most important thing now, of course, now in this other chance that God gave me, is that it's very important who is around you. They can crush you for whatever reason. Maybe they think you're proud, or maybe you need to be intimate. Whatever. That was the most depressing time, funny enough. And people are looking at you and they're thinking you're doing well. And I'd go to meetings and I'm thinking, someone would tell me I'm singing well. I'm like, no. I don't believe it. Yeah. So, of course, it was the enemy lying and many other things that I was struggling with.
Yeah. So, okay. Is that why did you disappear then? After that, after winning that award, or did you disappear after? Or what happens after you win the award?